be fine.
Hopefully this isn't loud.
We're recording.
We're recording. We're going to talk about what I would do as God King of Australia. We were like fucking 15 minutes in, and we realized we're the dumbest humans on planet Earth because we're not recording.
Mm-hmm.
They
happen. They're rare unicorn conversations. That
we have unicorn conversations off screen, and we fucking don't record them, and it kills me.
It kills us. It kills me as well.
All right, this is the context here.
Will is God King.
I am God King of Australia at this point. Okay, so we have promoted me. I'm God King. My start. The basics of what I'm going to do. We already talked about it, so I'm going to stumble through what I already said. Where did I even start last time? It was like how I'm going to organize government. That's where we started.
So you're going to be God King. He's going like communist, right?
You're
taking control of the whole market and all of the labor.
Yeah, in political terms, it's a communist, authoritarian dictatorship, hegemony, monarchy, oligarchy. If you want, opt-in, opt-out religion about me is in society.
Yeah, there's definitely a cult. But it's
all cultists welcome.
The classic question: what would you do if you were in charge? It's that.
Yeah, it's what would you do if you're in charge, but really considering how you would do it. That's what we're doing here, and it's fun. Try it. Try it out. Yeah. Try it out, man.
Consider it, man.
Fuck me. Just fuck me. Try it out.
I'm home here now.
What was I saying? Okay. Fantastic. So the government. This is how I go. I'm like, I think. I didn't say this when we were talking. I think I'm going to, off the bat, fire everyone and then have a quick rehire period where you can, if you are in the government, we'll look at your resume first. And by I am or immediately instituting, I have servants.
Yes.
Not servants, they get paid, obviously, but we'll save the money talk for later. I'll address them later.
I'm going to be like your VP, but I'm going to...
Oscar's in it, so he helps me.
Magician.
His title is Court Jester, Magician.
My title is Court Magician, and I will not be referred to as anything else.
And he wears like
I wear robes.
He wears robes. He doesn't wear robes. He wears like judge robes.
I ask a lot of people to receive...
I don't bring him out much.
Falls battle. I do that a lot. I just talk like Farengar.
Yeah, basically Oscar in this universe gets to do whatever he wants because I'm God King.
Exactly, and I'm the brother of the God King, which is the better position.
Yeah, you're just lucky.
It's okay, we'll do an episode where I'm God King.
Next one.
Next.
So I would fire all the people in the government. We would hire as many back as we could, honestly, because they know what they're doing.
Yeah.
Hopefully. But anyone who's ever been like accused or has had corruption on their file is immediately banned for eternity from working in the government.
Zero tolerance policy for corruption.
Yeah, I have a zero tolerance corruption policy. So everyone in the previous government who's never had a corruption problem, and even like, we're going to investigate. If people have like accusations but never proven, we're going to dig into that, okay? I'm going to figure that out. Because if it's real, you're also not fired. I'm going to do like a thorough, or you are fired. I'm going to do a thorough background check on everyone who comes in to work for the God King. And I'm giving myself like 100 worker bees, you know?
Yeah.
I've just, in the interaction through which I become God King, I have 100 guys who work for me and are like smart.
You probably have a HQ layer.
Yeah, I have like a lava mountain layer. I have a layer. It's not a layer. It's probably a normal house somewhere in the public. But
you desecrate the layer. You tunnel into Uluru, and you have the lair of the God King of Australia in Uluru.
I wouldn't do that though. That's the thing. If I'm actually God King, I would just go Parliament.
What if you like float in the bay? What if you have a ship?
I would go Parliament.
Okay, facts. You just take Parliament.
I would take the. I would have to go Canberra. I wouldn't go Canberra. I'm moving the capital Victoria.
Mm-hmm.
And just fuck all the haters.
It's maybe the lair of the God King.
Because Victoria is the most diverse state. I'm God King. I get to do what I want.
Yes.
No one will dispute me on this. This will take like a day. I'm going to then get some UBI, Universal Basic Income, going.
A good one.
But it's going to be in my new monetary system. Okay, it's called points.
You get points.
You get points. You have points in this society. Everyone gets paid an allowance, and they start off. We reset everyone's money goes to zero, and then we'll pay them when points is initiated.
Yeah, and all the jobs get revised how much you get paid for each
Yeah,
job.
or each job, the payment is being reset because it's just wrong now. It doesn't work properly. It's going to be judged off how hard it is physically and mentally, how it affects your social and like emotional life, your relationships. We're going to scale it properly. We're going to do I have like a couple things.
No longer determined by capitalism.
Yeah, it's not going to be determined by like the rich guy wants you to pay him more.
Yes.
Yeah, it's called points, right? Everyone's going to start off with like more than enough points. I haven't set the value for shit because I'm not going to be God King. But
I have an important question about points.
Yes.
What can you become rich in a society by being an entrepreneur? Like the classic way, like rich people. Can I like own 100 restaurants and get a certain amount of points and become really rich?
The thing is here, how are you going to run those restaurants with an AI?
Nah.
You're going to hire people?
Not yet.
Are you going to hire if AI is available with, again, this is fake money. Do you really want to hire an AI?
I'm going to assume the first 10 years we don't have good enough AI to replace most jobs. Like currently they just haven't done it yet. We need to get a team on that. You need to put a lot of points into... We need to like hire the best scientists from around the world. Like...
Oh, this is what I was saying. I just remember, by the way. The first step to all this, actually, is to become independent on your own land, okay? We're not, like, globalization's good and all, but dependence on other people giving you shit is really bad, in my opinion, because, like, if you ever dispute another state, which hopefully doesn't happen, you know, EU, UN, they're trying to stop that, but if you get into a conflict with the state that you're depending on, you're fucked. They win. You can't. Yeah. They have all the leverage.
Yeah.
So that's really bad. I think countries need to be more independent.
So we're producing, I assume, our own food and our own medicine.
Yeah, we're producing our own food. Medicine, maybe not immediately. I don't think we have the facilities set up yet. But I'm just trying to produce my own food and water and like basic like builders, like stuff where I don't have to outsource to set up the basics of society.
If you're willing to break the rules, I guarantee you, like, my university could produce most of the pharmaceuticals that you would need for medicine.
I would ask. I would definitely ask. I wouldn't force people to do that stuff. Because I have, like, another plan I'm doing. But if they had to listen to me...
Right?
How is corrupting them? I don't know if I want to go down that path.
Facts.
Of, like, abusing the people.
Well, you could just set up new jobs. Be like...
Yeah, I would do that. I would create new jobs where you get a lot of points because of... How, like another thing we judge the job by is how necessary it is at the time.
Yeah.
So if there's something I really need as God King, if I'm like, oh, I need guns for the war, I guess. I don't know why I meant no war in that example.
But you need people to make
if medicine. I needed people to make medicine, I would get a job and I'd be like, we're paying you a shit ton of money because I need it right now.
If
points. We're paying you a lot of points.
Yeah.
And I should say, points work like game money, like Monopoly money. You know, you don't need it to survive. You'll have water and food and everything you need has baseline. You have an allowance, but you don't need to spend it on food. I'm gonna just let people sell. You can buy good food. Like if food is like a restaurant food, you can go to a restaurant still and spend points on food.
Yeah,
but it'll be like, you know.
You don't pay the restaurant for food. The restaurant is just passively paid in points.
Yeah, I'm just like, I don't need them to do that, but I'm going to pay them points because I want to have restaurants in my society. Mm-hmm. So I want there to be an incentive without having to like abuse the worker.
So what you're saying is food is free?
What I'm saying is everything is basically free, and the only reason points exist is to make sure everyone is like adequately compensated for their effort.
Yes, and you can buy cool shit like a fish tank or whatever.
Oh yeah, everything is still being produced. Everything is still being made for you. You can go to fucking Kmart
and you can buy with points though.
Yeah, so and Kmart wouldn't exist. I'm taking down business. I don't think they'd want to keep running. Yeah. They might.
Yeah, well, I think you can't get a free motorcycle.
I mean, all the workers might want to keep working. I'm God King. Fuck it, you can work at the Kmart. Just change the name to God King.
Just calculate. Get a division of government that determines like, okay, how many Kmarts do you need in a city and how? Like,
yeah. I would try my best. I would pay people a shit ton of real money, because this is before I've instituted the points, to work in the government for me so that they can get this shit going quick. because if I'm God King, I have all the money. I might have to commit to like a year or two where there's a bunch of real rich people because they're working for me, and then immediately they're poor again after I'm finished.
Yeah.
You know, like a short period where there's a couple more really rich people, and that's a little scary. But it would balance out after I took all the money. And if they committed any crimes, you're going to the gulag.
Yeah. Yeah, the gulag. Okay, I did not realize that was going to be part of this.
The gulag, I call it that. It's like a rehabilitation facility.
It's just like Germany prison.
Yeah, it's like really nice. It's
Yeah.
like a hotel where you just can't leave for a bit, and like you still can like watch TV and go on YouTube, and
You
like
can't get Maccas.
you just can't go buy Maccas.
You can't see your buddies.
Yeah, you don't get to see your mates for a while.
Yeah.
Oh, they can visit behind bars.
Yeah.
Or
Still-
glass. It would be nice glass.
Yeah.
It would be fancy.
Bulletproof.
Yeah, bulletproof. I mean, you don't want anyone to escape from the gulag. Do you?
Yeah, you gotta keep them in the gulag.
We have to keep them in line, Oscar.
Um,
There are dark roots behind these motives, but no, they're actually nice.
you're a dictator though.
I'm a dictator, but it's for a good reason. It's for a good cause,
Dictator.
Oscar.
Beneficial dictator.
A beneficial dictator. I've always believed that if we had the right dictator, it might be all right for a bit.
Mm-hmm. I have more questions about your society.
Go.
So, motorcycle ain't free, but if I want one, I can go to the motorcycle store.
And pay for a motorcycle in points.
And does those points, I'd assume, so instead of those points directly going into that restaurant and then being distributed to the workers have a salary that's just kept up, and it's like a government sponsored.
Yeah, the points don't go to anybody.
Okay.
They go to back into like the Bitcoin vault, like where all of the shit, I guess, is stored. I mean, it wouldn't be like that. I would be very like, I'm not kidding around. Like, it's fake money.
Yeah.
I won't let you do anything with it that's actually a problem. Like, you wouldn't be like, oh, I'm hacking into the thing because I can steal all the points. It's like, no, that doesn't exist. It's fake.
Yeah.
There's no point vault.
Yeah.
I arbitrarily set all the values here.
Yeah. Because it's fake, because society's just supposed to run.
Yeah, because I'm just trying to keep it running. And, all the old people...
This is Ron Swanson's hell, can I point out. He wants free market, like...
Welcome to hell.
Yeah, like, he would be like a government-sponsored motorcycle shop. Like, he would just, like, throw up everywhere at the mention of it. Like...
That's because... you're right. Where would those people go? I was hoping that I could convince... at least enough people that there wouldn't be a constant riot.
Yeah.
There
would be riots.
We would quell them with tear gas and pain. No, we wouldn't do that. I would just be like, I understand, guys, but just give me a couple years.
What if you just give them like a riot zone?
I would give them
a riot
well,
zone.
I have spoken about this before. I haven't mentioned it now. But as a God King, one of my more hobby-esque decisions would be to designate a zone in the middle of like the desert in Australia where no laws apply. Pubg zone. There's guns around, there's buildings.
Airdrops of supplies.
People can do that if they want. It costs points. But I'll run a Pubg, IRL Pubg. And maybe I'll make it there's a zone where it's like
there's like water wells.
No, it's not. There's no kid zone. It's like you have to be like 25.
Yeah.
At least 25 because I'm changing all the ages on this shit.
Yep.
And there's no fake one.
Yeah.
Like if you're doing it, it's real bullets.
So it's a fenced-in area, and I assume you release like pigs, and you have wells of water.
Oh yeah, there's animals. There's an ecosystem. It's probably a massive place of land because there's a big desert in the middle of Australia, and I'm not going to stick solar panels there. I'm going nuclear.
And everyone can like pick where they want to drop in.
Yeah.
So that you can't like spawn camp. Would there be a men and women's?
There would be a great purge done by me in the Pubg zone.
What do you would personally go into the Pubg zone and kill people?
Oh no. Like in order to like Rust, okay? You have to wipe the map or else power gets the rich get richer in Rust, and that applies in survival situations.
You could have different maps, and everyone gets taken from the map every year, and it gets like taken down a little bit, and then like,
Yeah, well, I might have to like wipe it like every like 2 months. It resets.
that's not very much time.
Yeah, well, fucking. What if they
So
immediately
you don't want
decide they
people
want
to,
to
like-
rape and pillage?
Yeah, you don't want anyone to get like a good setup for raping and pillaging.
Yeah, you know what? No, there would be rules to this PUBG zone. Okay, it would be like monitored, like Maze Runner. Okay,
Yeah, cameras everywhere.
there's cameras everywhere.
No rape.
No raping and pillaging. There's gonna be some rules. It's gonna be like a wilderness zone, right? Like get away from society. You can kill people if you want, but no guns. Like you can't bring anything in.
No grease.
So it's only what you can make with your hands. It's gonna be like a tribal type zone, and it's gonna there'll be trees and water, like a nice lake that's fresh water,
If you
so you
wanted to be
can't.
cool, you could release like lions.
I
If it's in
would,
the
I would,
desert.
I would make this like a proper. You might die here, guys, but that's where all the discontenters go.
And if all the feral animals, just chuck them in. They get eaten.
Yeah, all the hogs.
All the goats and stuff, just chuck them in.
Yeah, we'll monitor it. We'll monitor it. But you know what, guys? I don't know about PUBG Zone. That was a fun idea, but it might not be
I
right for
forgot
my.
we were talking about you being God King of Australia. We just started talking
Oh,
about the rules of the PUBG.
yeah,
zone.
we started talking about PUBG. What I don't even. Okay, but listen, we were thinking it would be
That's to
great.
discussed later.
We were saying we were going to do Earth, right? I was going to be God King of Earth, but we decided Australia because we realized how hilarious it's going to be for the America and like England
They're gonna think it's hilarious.
to look to Australia and see, do they have a God King now?
Yeah.
They would be like
We're
fucking.
already a big meme. That would make us
Yeah, Australia's a
huge
meme already, right? In the global arena, as they say. Shout out to Robbie Rotten. And basically, if Australia had a God King being me, we would be an even bigger meme than we already are, like 100-fold.
Mm-hmm.
Like suddenly you go to Australia because it's the funniest place, full stop.
Facts.
Right? It's just you want to be there or be square. You know,
Yeah.
if you learn that it's good, you want to come in. Oh yeah, everyone's accepted by the way. All the asylum seekers and shit. Join fucking my society,
We have
motherfucker.
room.
I'll give you points.
We got a lot of room.
It's fake. Inflation's not real. I set the prices.
Yeah.
It's static. Like
You can always get a fucking.
yeah, you can always get fucking a motorbike.
Always get a sandwich for 2 points.
Yeah. You know, we'll live a good life. And we might have like less diversity of food and stuff just to supplement the utopian living standards.
I had a
But
thought.
I'm thinking that I should be able to set up a good amount of food production because we're thinking, by the way, that I'm gonna be using AI immediately. We know it's the future. I'm
You're
gonna
gonna get a team on that.
I'm gonna get a lot of people on AI science.
Are you gonna pay other countries for their shit? With money?
Maybe in goods. Trade. I would trade.
Just trade.
I think I would have to resort to trade.
Just give them the exact amount of goods.
Yeah, because we are against money in the God King's land.
Well, they still want our iron, all our tasty resources in Australia.
They will not have it.
Our iron must go to the forges.
Yeah, it must feed the forges.
It's worth
All the
blood we can spill.
Yeah. Basically that. But no, I might trade resources. Uranium fever. I'm going nuclear.
Uranium fever's gone and
Got me down. I'm obviously going nuclear and
Yeah.
fusion as soon as we get there, if it's better.
Nuclear and fusion. Yeah, well, we can't do it yet.
Yeah, I'm assuming with all the ridiculous amounts of energy we'll be generating with nuclear because no one's abusing it for some dumbass reason.
Fusion, we can't get right. It's really interesting, the science. You have to have like a donut of metal, and you try and make it like a donut, a magnet donut.
Both?
Yes. You try and make it like a magnet donut so that the liquid nuclear material floats in the middle of the hollow donut, and you try and get it to spin around in the donut and not touch the sides, and they haven't been able to make it stable yet. It keeps it freaks out, fucks up. They
Yeah,
can't, like,
that seems like that has to be fucking like quark perfect.
yeah, they can't get
That
the
has to
physics
be
right.
like quantumly exact.
Exactly, because they need like a perfect flow all
Yeah,
around
that's
of
insanity.
molten metal
That's a
being
fucking.
held up by magnets.
That's a big dream of science there. I
Yeah.
can't believe that that's possible
They
and we're
know
doing
that
that.
it's theoretically you can do it.
I love that they're like, fuck it, let's try.
Yeah, they're trying.
Anyway,
They have
those
this
people.
huge sphere. And sorry, one more interesting fact. They have this huge ball. It's like taller than this room. It's a huge spherical copper thing, and inside of it is like 2 tons of molten sulfur that's spinning around with magnets, so that they can like get an AI to analyze the fluid
Exactly how it spins.
and figure out the physics.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Go AI. See, I would get everyone discussed. Everyone who was involved in any of those projects is welcome. They will be researching. We'll pay them in points.
Dude,
we'll give you utopian living standards just for being here.
Community, if you said like
they would
value
flood.
silence,
They would flood.
and we will give you funding to do the project. Like,
Yeah, I'm the God King. I would be like, anyone who wants to do science, just come do it here, and we'll try and do it.
Fuck America or whatever. Fuck everywhere else where they give you like shitty.
Yeah, I would literally be like, if you were in this for the science, for furthering humanity's fucking standings in reality, come here.
You could speak to Elon. You could get him over here, bro.
Fuck yeah, come on. I would fucking let Tesla fucking come here.
If you kept the borders open, like people.
Well, yeah,
leave,
everyone can show up and leave.
If people can just leave and come back, then like, that would make it a lot less scary. You know, like
Planet Earth would be a lot less scary.
If you like never like killed people, you know. Like,
yeah, fucking come over to Australia, motherfucker. I'm gonna build a bunch of houses, but only if we need them. I know housing is expensive now, but I'm assuming with my full reset of fucking money, people will adapt or die on the road. And if you die on the road with the oldies and the Jesus freaks, good riddance.
But you're starting with UBI.
Yeah.
So the first thing you say as God King is everyone, no more homeless people, no more, everyone gets enough money to buy all the food and stuff and live comfortably.
Yeah, and people have said that the logistics don't work out. This
They
is what
do.
I'm going to do.
They do.
This is what I'm going to do.
Andrew
You're going to
Yang is-
download an app. I'm going to instrument a new app. It goes on iPhone, fucking Tesla car, fucking Samsung fridge. It goes on your smart TV. It goes on everything. Okay? And it's just an app, and it's going to be called Points App.
Yeah.
And you're going to use that app. Everyone who creates an account, right, will make it so that you can make an account, right? It's really easy to hack into other people's accounts because you all get enough money to do anything anyway.
No. I think it should just be an easy system where it's like a complicated password you can't figure out. Good algorithm can do that.
Well, yeah, I can just run an AI to do that, but I mean, like, if someone did manage to hack into your account, it wouldn't matter.
Yeah, because
you could just make a new account and get starter points.
Anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, facts. You could just make a new account and it still
Yeah,
has
yeah.
the baseline.
But you have to, you can't make more than one account.
You can just switch accounts.
Yeah, and you don't earn any money on your other accounts while you can't like earn more money on other accounts.
We could still spend that money for food and stuff.
Dad is calling you.
Uh-oh.
We'll leave it. We'll leave it.
Wait, we'll pause the podcast. We'll come back in a second.